Hello, friends and strangers, and welcome back to a still very weird look out into the distance. And we're here to find a rock. But first we're gonna go and look at the side. What the hell are you? You're like a pillar? Like, no, you're like a root thing. Yeah, you're like roots. Coiling around a pillar. Okay. Sure. What are these gonna be named? Are we gonna make a guess? Actually, I don't feel like that.
Flames. On me.
We have an AoE. Do we try to slow one of you? Or we could just do this to gain extra AP, even though I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna gain it for. We're just gonna try. Also Ice Week. Okay,
Careful
that's good.
now.
How do you pronounce that? The duality of me trying to do this correctly. Sometimes absolutely perfect. This should probably kill already. And then we can just...
I saw your future.
Okay, that was more than I expected. Like, a lot more than I expected. What were you hammering?
Great.
That probably doesn't have anything to do with it. And there's another building that's just like perfectly... I mean, it's not even like a building, it's like completely like cut off and then just goes over into the normal stuff we see here. I think I've said my piece enough about how this reminds me about the filling in missing pieces in the Bloodborne DLC. And how a lot of this really just feels like we're... I mean, it is painted, right? A lot of this is just weird and stuff. A lot of it potentially is just maybe not the actual real thing. We have a boat. Is this one of our boats? Could be. Definitely
Shrine
looks...
to the Paintress.
The Paintress destroyed our world. And someone built her a shrine.
The weak-minded turn to whatever they can to explain the unknown.
When you're at the mercy of a power you don't understand, you might try anything.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. But yeah, color scheme-wise, this is definitely an expedition ship. Huh, I hope we could maybe have a look at you, but like... You could be anybody.
An advantage.
It doesn't really... There also isn't anything around that makes this place, like, special. This is just a statue. Even though I got a question, like, how the hell and why would you make the hair like that on a statue? That just... It just doesn't feel, like, useful or easy to make, so it's really just, like, kind of there for the sake of it. I mean, that is how the Paintress was shown, wasn't she? Okay, more of you. We now know what you're weak to, so we have something that we can do. Therefore, I would say burn you.
On me.
We're just gonna do normal. It's not weak to that, but you just do damage. I'm realizing that. Does CL still have the roulette? She does. That's why she does damage. That is the sometimes doing 200%. Okay. It's... that has more lanterns, so I'm going to assume that's the way to go. And this is the extra. More expeditions.
Lucille of the 50th. Our beautiful wheel. Wedged upon the rocks. A casualty of the massive serpent of the sea. But even shattered, its presence is still comforting. Adrian and Gabriel are doing their best to sustain morale, but with no food, no clean water, no way to fix the wheel, our fate is quite clear. No, to me at least. But I have no desire to hold back the hopes of others. Perhaps. Perhaps we will find a way back. Still. These moments of quiet, sitting on the beach, are also a source of contentment. All our lives we've been running, trying to outrace time, trying to reach an unreachable goal. And now we can finally rest. At least we got to see some of the wonders of this world. Even the serpent, cruel as it is a deadly elegance that is mesmerizing. But oh, what other marvels might we have seen had we been able to keep rolling? I sometimes wonder what it would have been like to grow up outside the dome. Perhaps even live amongst the Nevrons. Could we have achieved a form of peace? Or even prospered alongside them?
I mean, we have seen the possibility that they're not all just evil monsters, so potentially. I am somewhat questioning, is the serpent that is mentioned there maybe not directly, but still somewhat connected to, what was it? We saw the, like, kind of flying underwater dragon.
Interesting.
In Flying Waters, that's what it's called. And I was just thinking about, like, is the serpent maybe connected to that? Also, are we going to actually fight it at some point? I mean, we're trying to get over the sea, so I'm just going to assume that we're gonna have, like, a fight against water monster that's trying to keep us
Great.
from doing that. Also, that message mentioned the dome. And have we had, like, an actual full explanation of what the dome is? We just know that it's, like, around the city of Lumiere. But have we actually... I don't remember. Maybe there was something already.
Flames on me.
We're gonna try.
I see you.
A storm is coming.
That's pretty good, actually, I would say. put more fire on, maybe you die? Actually kinda close. Can you kill yourself?
Ready to evade.
Guess...
Ready to evade.
no. Well, I tried. Didn't work that perfectly. Okay, we literally just have to do that. You're going to die in your turn. No, we're gonna do you. And then we also just literally can just...
I saw your future.
I mean, we could have skipped the turn and actually healed with Lune. That probably would have been better, but... Slight mistake in quotation marks. More expedition members. And all of these scattered around. Is that all of the stuff that they were carrying on the boat? Are you together? Probably, right? Yeah.
Spill some ink.
Oh yeah, right, flying. Why do I always forget flying enemies do that? Probably simply just because
I see you.
we don't see them that often. We see them from time to time, sure, but we don't see them all the time. And so I'm just like, yeah. Okay. Do we... I think we go with ice, because it might just kill.
Okay.
Let's start. Hurry it. Lune's what's up?
Okay.
Ready to parry.
I'm not sure if I've seen that. Okay.
Finesse and
Attacks that I completely, perfectly, and absolutely failed. Okay, you're still there. I have the feeling that we might need that.
Take cover.
Lune's what's up?
Yeah. That's very weird in terms of timing. Like, I don't know, it's like... I've said that before, that it's very weird, like, the enemies overswing before stuff even happens. And this one, it really was that. It's like, the enemy does an entire swing, but that swing then launches a projectile that also isn't, like, super fast, but has its own, like, somewhat just, like, slow-moving speed. It's not super slow, right? It's still kind of medium. Play powerful when falling below 50% health. More things for like a hyper build. For like a... Actually falling... So if you start a fight at low health, it doesn't work.
Lovely.
But yeah, like the enemies are very much designed with a lot of like... You need to learn the timings. But it don't really give you... like a super good indicator of what the timing is. It's just like, gotta fail once and now you know, hopefully next time you do it better. Which I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of, but it also, so far it hasn't like ruined anything. I'm gonna eat those words when we get to like late game optional stuff probably, which... That's another one of those. Those airships. They like They didn't just crash in one
Well, that
place,
will
they
help.
crashed like all over these mountains. Which, I mean, makes a bit more sense, I guess, than if they all in the same place. But it is still a bit interesting that they're like literally every single, like, all over the shop. I don't know, how would a fleet of airships, like, how do you say it, like, how do you call that? It's not that difficult. Why is it difficult? We only have 2 points available. That's different. We got 3 here still. Did I just... Oh yeah, we have here 16 and 14. Those are not divisible by 3. I guess I at some point just did something different. You took a lot of extra damage. If I remember correctly, there is even a reason for that, isn't there, CL? We have something here. Didn't we? Doesn't really look like that. No, you just took a lot of damage. Well, since the weapon is scaling with it at least somewhat, more health. Can we gain anything? I still want to actually go for the combustion, so one more. One more here as well until we can potentially get something. And you could get single target, 2 to C. No. I want it. Well, I wanted to go over here, which will take a lot. Okay.
Looks like a farm.
Like old times, eh?
Now, did the expedition people build that? Going to
Lovely.
assume, because nothing else in this place looks like this, so it probably... Oh, this is not a big box. It's a big box of a different variety. That's not what I thought it was. We're going somewhere completely different. Is this optional and this is the way to go? I'm going to hope so. Otherwise we just went past a lot of things. Okay, remember, the thingies are flying. And flying thingies means that you can't necessarily hit them normally.
Please. On me.
Okay, CL, we need one of your bestest hits and potential... I mean, we hit one. Yeah, why shouldn't we? That means we don't really do... Well, the enemy is burning, so we can do thermal transfer to get some extra AP for you.
I'm ready.
You're gonna do that attack, which should be fine. Very fine. Yeah.
Flames. That rain.
And here I am thinking, oh, I want to focus on the burn. We don't need the burn. Stuff just does damage anyway.
Nice.
Okay, more weapon upgrades. And... I was going to say a cave, but then I was like, actually no, and now I'm like, actually yes! With a merchant! This place is just as beautiful as it is unsettling. But now is not the time to dwell on nature's beauty. Now is the time to trade stuff! Okay, what do you have? I should actually probably buy these. We have... I guess we're also buying these. Okay. We're gonna probably, potentially need a lot of these at some point. Well, let's fight the merchant. You know, we've given Mael all these solo fights. Let's give it to you. Because potentially you should be able to be pretty okay with this. Right? We can use...
Here's your card.
We fought...
Take your shot.
We should be able to use the foretell and the damage that happens from that. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, that was too early.
Eyes don't lie.
Actually, we could have used the one to break. It's fine. You have defeated me in a duel. Rest assured that nothing in this universe will stop you now. It's a new weapon. Recover 5% health per foretell applied. Healing skills cost 1 and less AP. 30% increase heal efficiency per moon charge. Base attack gives 1 moon charge. Not entirely sure. Ooh. But what I'm sure about is the element is great. We have a lot of these, so I don't know how many of these we should buy. So... Oh, it's the same element that we already have. Oh yeah, this is where it is. All damage taken is doubled. That's why she takes so much damage, right? I remember. That is the thing that I chose. Is that worth it? Or should we go with a little bit less damage, but more... well... Okay, the difference is we don't get the full foretell, and instead we get some bit of self-healing. Is that worth it? I mean, it is per foretell applied. Let's just be honest. That's not a little. But it also is just like, is it necessary? 10 foretell also is just a lot that we don't fully take advantage of yet. I'm gonna leave it like it is for now. And this is a row back down to where we were before. At least I'm thinking that we were there before. Right? Right, you can fall off in this game. Yeah, we walked through there. I'm pretty sure that this is just a way back. Well then, onwards to the actual interesting sides of things. Probably. I mean, we're gonna end up somewhere at some point. And this is the farm with questionable circumstances. Oh, you're one of those. Where is your thing that we have to put you to? I don't know yet. But yeah, all of this being here kind of points to the fact that if the expedition made this, then they were here for some time. Again, I don't know where I have to guide you towards yet. So we're going to instead go for this here first. Because we can probably look around and find the thing. 1, 2, and God. The controller aim is very, 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 very sensitive. It's a bit much. Why am I even trying to do that? We can just, you know, wrong button, but we can just jump. That looks interesting. In defensive stance, gaining AP also gives 1 AP to allies. Doesn't she also gain extra AP in defense? That's interesting. If stance with base attack switches to defensive, plus 1 AP on stance switch. Huh. Does the level 20 thing also apply the level 4 effect? So if you switch from defense to something, or do you have to switch to defense to do that? I'm not sure, but that is very interesting if that could also generate AP for the rest of the team. I'm not going to consider it right now, but the moment we're actually like hitting like a wall, the moment where difficulty becomes something of like, oh no, how the hell are we gonna do that? We're gonna, well, test out a lot of things. Again, where do I have to actually get you to? Let's first just get rid of these to look around freely, and then we can figure out where we have to. Oh, they're all one. I should have known. Boop, boop. We have one more. We can shoot you once more. Actually, I should have tried to shoot that thing up there to see if it is potentially. Okay, you're resistant to burn damage. Is that a weak point? Yes. Maybe. Well, let's do the AoE. That should be kind of okay. I kind of would love to get rid of you, little guys. Do you have like an actual face? Not really. We do have an AoE though. Maybe we can just do this to burn all of you. And maybe... I mean, burn still does damage even if it doesn't... like... Okay. Okay. Perfectly too slow as always. Okay, that last one felt far too early. But it worked, so it wasn't too early. Okay, we don't have AP with you now, so we're just gonna do an attack. You have a lot of extra. We're just going to hit hard. Hope that works. Well, close enough. And I would say we can just probably pray to fire. Or not. But you're just shielding, so that's not a problem.
Ready to evade.
Okay, not the last one, but mostly fine. Boop. Boop. I think one of the issues I actually have with how difficult some of the dodges in combat are is not actually the fact that they are very like different timings and whatnot. Here is where we have to get it to. The actual problem is more of the sort of ooh, also shiny that we didn't pick up.
Useful?
It's more the fact that we don't really get too much testing time. It's a problem that, like, enemies hit hard. And it's not just that they hit hard, but it is also, like, we don't actually get, like, too many... Excuse me, you can just... Okay, nothing super ridiculous, but still, you just summon other things. I do not like that. So that one is not what we need to focus on also, probably. Water's gonna try to slow you.
Danger!
And remember, these are very, very delayed. But yeah, we don't have too many enemies, and that's kind of part of the issue, so to speak. With not that many enemies... Okay. Not weak. Mark you. I kinda don't wanna use the mark with you. Well, that is what it is, so... Well, it is what it is. That's still pretty okay damage. What did I want to say? Oh, you can summon them literally like from anything that we have seen so far. That's kind of cool, actually. That might just kill you. Just in case, if we have to also kill the other one, let's do something like this. But yeah, we don't really get too many... Let's just pile on. More burn. 17, how much does that do? Enough. But yeah, no, you do a lot of damage, the enemies do a lot of damage, and there's not even that many enemies to begin with. It's... I would say it's the right amount. It's not too many that it becomes tedious, it's also not too little that you, like, don't have anything going on. But it is not, like, super many that you actually get, like, good practice in. It really just is a thing of, like, either you do it or you don't. There is no, like, trying and potentially. It's like, no, you do it or you die. And another thing that makes me think we will have to come back to all of these to get through them at some point. And I think that is the biggest problem with the combat, that it's like very glass cannon focused. And it's like, well, you can parry, get the timing right, and everything is fine. And it's like, yeah, but If you fail, you gotta, like, do it again. What are you holding? I didn't even look what we just picked up. What is that? We have not seen that before. Oh, you're still holding it even this way. Okay, what way to go? This way or that way? This looks like where we're supposed to go. I have... actually, the other thing has lanterns. This has also... God damn it. I can't even look at it and be like, well, lanterns guide the way. It's like, well, there's lanterns here. But there's also, like... they're not as prominent. They're not as directly in your face. So I'm going to just assume that this is the extra. Why is it only in here? Is this supposed... what is this? Why is this? I am very confused at this moment. And we're just back at the start. Well, that is also a way that this can go, I guess. It just was a way around, so we didn't have to fight anything. Well, fine. Much less interesting. But it does give us the very, very clear answer. This is the way. Is it just me, or do these floating pillars kind of look like they are forming a wall of some kind? Not really sure what that would really mean. But... and you are white, so I'm going to just assume that you're not being something evil. I can talk to you! Is this your front? Abandoned and incomplete. And trapped in stone. Quite the situation I'm in, right? If you don't say something in the next few seconds, I shall knock myself to sleep. How did this happen? I do not exactly know. But I can certainly guess it has to do with the mistress. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit more? Oh, you want to know more? Just a moment. I am wondering what I could ask in exchange. You're not really in a position of power here. A poor threat, sadly. In my weakened, incomplete state, anything could kill me at this point. The others, they possess shiny, shimmering rocks, glistening on their back. Why I lack the same luster I do not know, but it maddens me. We could potentially help you with that. I hope you can. The cavern might be your best bet. If you could find 3 of those lustrous rocks, oh, I will be magnificent. Okay, shiny rocks for a rock friend. Have I just not noticed that? You gotta do it as well. Huh. Very big questionable thing that I'm really like doubting myself over of like, am I going insane? The answer might be yes. I am not saying that it isn't. I am even partially thinking that that could just be what it is. We have enough. Now I have to learn. What the hell do I get rid of? I don't really use this. And also Burn doesn't seem to care that much, so we're just gonna use it instead. Simple, effective, direct, nothing special, and we wanted to go over here. Well, I want Grim Harvest. But that means I have to go with this first. Deals high single target damage, 5 to 7 hits, uses weapon element. Each hit can consume Foretell to deal 200% more damage. Critics don't... okay. That is a very powerful, like, just kill the target kind of thing. This is all enemies, consumes Foretell. This is all enemies, applies Foretell. High single target damage, 1 hit, can break. This was the mark. This is low single target damage. We're gonna do it instead. We're gonna do the new thing instead there. The mark can be useful. The break could be useful. I have to actually really like figure out what kind of abilities I want with what character at some point. There's a lot of stuff that you could do, but I'm just... Again, so far no issue is happening, right? So far nothing problematic is going on. Ooh. Ooh, shiny. Part of me wants to just jump down. Okay, now it really feels like this is kind of a flashlight. Like, we just have a light. Why do we have a flashlight? And why... Do I just not remember it because it just hasn't come up? Or is this the first time that this has happened? I have the feeling that that is not water, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it looks like the weird stuff that I've said could potentially be chroma in the air. So, let's meet our new glowing friends. That probably are the exact same as they were before. I mean... the plan has not changed. There's a lot of enemies though, so... AoEs for the win. And also for you, actually. We're just gonna try to burn them all. And let's see the burn damage.
Today.
Okay. God dang it. That was a tiny bit too slow.
I'm ready.
There's the sword.
Careful now.
Okay, group counters are kind of OP. Okay, I wanna see it. Is this worth it? Yeah it is! What the fuck? That is so much more than I expected.
Your fate is sealed.
Okay. But again, you see what I mean, right? Like, the enemies hit you hard, but you hit hard back, and the fight is... Not many actions actually are taken. This is probably what we have to... No? Yes? Yes.
This will be useful.
Crystal! Shiny crystal. Okay, so we're not going after the enemies, which is what I expected with what our new rock friend. There seems to be some little issue when you run on this terrain with the weird shiny ball in your hand. I'm not gonna comment on that, because it actually is kind of funny. Okay, this is moving onwards. We don't want that. We don't want to move on yet. We want to... Well, we're gonna come back. We're gonna go there again.
Great.
But like, why is it platforming? Why is it... I did not see that coming. Are you a stronger version because you have shiny rock? You don't have a different title. The game does not care for your shiny rock. Which is maybe a little bit... The game really doesn't care for you. Not you. You. CL has lost a little bit of health because she takes double damage.
I'll do it.
Sometimes it really feels like my timing is just like hit or miss. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Okay. We got crystal. We can go down. Oh. Is that a way to go? I'm now observing the shiny ball a bit more. It really seems to be incredibly sensitive to the terrain. Why are the cultists here when nothing in here actually has something to do with them? Wait. But targeting a radical doesn't change when you... What do you mean you... Okay, Mael, you're just here for removal of... You normally don't have that, so you got that because I killed the other thing that way? That's really annoying.
Here we go.
Like, that is really annoying. How much do we need for the Bad Omen? 3, so we get to do 3 shots. Okay. And then I did a basic attack because I'm an idiot. That's on brand, so... yeah.
Ready to evade.
No evade here,
I'm ready.
but also no successful parry. It is what it is. Rather is how it always is. Hopefully we can just get rid of you. Yes, we can. Indeed, we can. Okay, what we actually wanted to do was mark you. And then we can... There's an argument to be made that CL needed it more. I think I'm finally getting the rhythm.
Great.
And now that I said that, the next fight is gonna be an instant failure because I will fail the rhythm. We know how this works. That is the
Nice.
simple fact of saying that you're actually good at something and suddenly you are not. Okay, we got shiny rocks for our friends, so let's go back and see what Shiny Rockman has to say. And then I'm thinking about, do we go deeper with the rope or do we go the other way? This is already quite a long way. Is our goal to go down? I mean, because if it is, then I guess the rope goes to our destination. Hello, we got shiny rocks for you. Is this what you were looking for? Oh, mistress, this luster, yes. Would you mind inserting them on my back? I hope we won't regret this. Why would we? He's friendly so far. I'm not gonna do a growl. Oh, the ecstasy, look at me, I am perfect. And your end of the bargain? Of course, I have not forgotten. But surely you can first let me enjoy this. Ah, the bliss!
This will be useful.
Apply shell for 3 turns on battle start. Okay. Not necessarily the worst. Also not the most exciting. Shiny, shimmering, glistening. Exactly how I wanted it. We're not gonna attack, so tell me about your mistress. Ah, our mistress. She is loving. She made us with the great pride and care. However, there are times when even she makes mistakes. I am living proof of that. Oh, mistress, forgive. I did not mean to speak ill of you. Please forgive me. Why does it have trouble speaking now? We passed a shrine to the Paintress. Do you know who made it? Did any of them survive? No. A long time ago, they came to me. They spoke as if they knew the mistress. They revered her, but what they spoke of, the Paintress, her description, did not match. The mistress.
So, does that mean the Paintress has multiple forms?
More likely, she has allies or lieutenants, like the man on the beach.
Interesting idea. I should just use this heal, because I never do, so why not? Not like we're saving it for something, and we're not gonna rest because that respawns everything. So... different description. I don't know if that is just my years of playing different games and looking into stories and therefore having potentially some kind of bias towards certain things pointing in certain directions. But for some reason I'm instantly thinking like, okay, so what if there is like actually another... Can we just... oh god, we can't... oh gosh... well, while I'm failing at this, I can explain. So, we have the fact that SKA knows CL somehow. And we don't know why or what from, we just know. That is a thing. Right? He just knows her, somehow. Oh, you're not grappling onto those. I have to actually land on those. Oh, that is... I hate you, game, right now. But that over there looks like one of the logs. Like, if this was another item, I would just be like, screw it, that is not worth it. But I think that is... Is it actually? It might not be. No, actually, I don't think it is. Okay. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious dictates.
Nice.
50% increased break damage with 3 aim shots. That was not necessarily worth it. I mean, that's good. That's useful. Like, oh, now you grapple on. Screw your game. I can make fun of me myself. So is this the way to go? Or is this extra? And we have to take the other path to go. This goes down a lot. Okay, that's something special. I have the feeling this is an extra boss. It at least feels like it. Okay, before we do that, what I wanted to say is, SKA knows CL. The two people we have seen, the grey-haired people, the somewhat older ones, know Mael. How? And if potentially my idea of the city being like a fake, right? The white-haired woman talked about people that do not know that they are not. Are not what, right? Literally not being, like we are not real. That's where that idea comes from. So what if the Paintress could potentially also be like part of a whole... At the start, Sophie said something about a cycle, and even though she probably only referred to the numbers, what if it actually is a cycle, but potentially like we're cycling through different Paintresses? Maybe that's why Mael shouldn't come here, because she's going to be the next one. That part makes no sense yet. I'm still just trying to figure out, like, why is she special? Why does she have the nightmares? Why is she different? But it is just a thing of, like, if there could be different Paintresses, maybe that is the reason why, right? If it is, like, some kind of cyclical nature that things change. And when we see on the continent, we have parts of the city here. Are these, like, from older times? We saw in that one nightmare. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't reviewed the footage, so I haven't confirmed it, but I still think that we saw in one of Mael's nightmare, we saw the number and it was above 100. So I'm still thinking that is probably what it is. So that is what I'm gonna think about for now. So, are you a chromatic one? You're so much smaller than you were before! First and foremost, you have a weird thingy there. Is that a weak point? Maybe? You don't have a health bar or anything. What about your head? Weak point? Okay, you're weak to dark. That's pretty good, because that is what we're doing here.
A storm is coming.
Icelands to try to slow you down. Okay, resistant to frost. Gold Chevalier. That attack combo is like the perfect example of what I mean with when I say, like, the way the enemies move are just weird. Because, like, look at that. That was not clear what he was doing. It was very much a, like, swing around 5 times before things happen. Okay, big nuke attack.
Your fate is sealed.
What the act? We also got +1 AP on parry, but damage received is doubled. Yeah, with how many times I failed the timing, I don't think that that's a good idea.
Great.
At least not yet. But like, Jeebus Jiminy Christmas, that damage. I'm gonna like throw CL into every single bit of fighting from now on. Okay, this is... We're back up here. Okay. What do we have? A wardrobe? Is this a gate to Narnia?
Oh.
It's an outfit. Oh, okay. I mean, it's fine for now. Is there anything else here? Oh. There's one of those statues outside. This manor is like... Where is this place? Like... This looks like a place in the overworld. We have figured that out already. That all of these are like actually showing things in the game. Well, it was somewhat obvious when I was thinking about like one of the ones with the weird symbol. And then we went into Flying Waters where we found all the glowing anchors that had the same symbol on it. Now I can't find it again, and I don't want to go through the entirety of this place. But yeah, everything we see here out of this like place... Actually, that makes a lot of sense, somewhat, doesn't it? Because this is... This looks like Flying Waters, and this is where we were, where we ended up now. That is a bit difficult to see, but maybe? This is not where we are. Neither is that. That looks... I don't know what that is. I was like, maybe the direct, like, pictures, the paintings, show us, like, where we are or something, but, like, no. Okay. Well... The only thing I have to question right now is... I mean, why specifically Mael again? Why did she open that door to the wardrobe? Was it just because it was a costume for her? Or is it actually because she has some weird connection to the manor? I mean, don't forget the fact that she was brought there somehow. We have not really figured out how that happened yet either. Oh, you respawn anyway. You cheeky little game. I guess we teleported to a different place. Makes sense. That's a rule that like every other game also follows, so I'm not gonna be mad. I am just a little bit disappointed. Well, actually, I'm pretty glad that we figured it out, and it's easy to go past everything, and we're not gonna figure that out in a place where that's gonna be a problem. So actually, this is quite good. Can we open door? No. But they are shiny in there. It just looks like a lantern. I was for a moment thinking, oh, you don't do anything? Is it just because you're not looking at us? Or is it because you might actually be friendly? I'm actually going to heal CL.
Here we go.
And then we're going to go here. That was the wrong one. Well, it has happened. We have to deal with it. Let's burn them all and hope that that does good damage.
Mais attention.
And once more.
I'm ready.
If it works, it works. That's the fun part. It's just like the difference between working and not working is just so big. I don't have an AoE with you, but we can just get rid of you. You are the one that I have more problems with actually doing stuff to. Well, we didn't apply the foretell. Let's just hope that this is enough burn. It is. This is like an entire... This looks like the walls of the manor. Did an expedition build the manor? But it's such a big place. Where did they get the resources for that? When also is a good question. More lanterns strewn about. Another rope.
This will be
guide us up again. And nothing else.
Flurry is over there. Ooh, but I sense something scary.
Good to know. I mean, we all expected it, right? I at least didn't think that we would just get to do this for free. So far it works, so let's keep going with what works. You need health, because right now you're taking double damage. Oh, we have more for you. I didn't even pay attention to that. And we completely forgot about you, but I guess we're gonna come back to you when we're actually doing something with you, which is probably at whatever point he gets his skill tree unlocked. Yeah, we gotta save, we can maybe get something for you. We could get a revive. That's not bad. Or we could get an all-element attack. Well, not really. We have Dark Element on CL, so not all, but Ice, Fire, Lightning, Earth. Interesting. What else do we have potentially? High fire damage to all enemies every turn until Luna receives damage. That sounds ridiculous, but also is another just high risk, high reward. Very high fire damage applies burn per hit, 2 hits to all enemies. Self damage if failed. Oh, if I failed a quick time? Oh, that... That's not gonna happen ever. I'm very good at those. I've never failed a single one. It could be funny. Yeah, not to use that either. And this is break damage to all enemies every turn? Okay, that could have us break them faster. Ice damage to all enemies, slow for free. Okay, that... You know what? I want that. That is one of the biggest things that I'm noticing right now. I'm like, yeah, let's slow an enemy, but it's like... It's one enemy. And every single time I do that, I'm like, is that actually worth it? But it does okay damage, and it at least delays them, and it is fine, but like, having an option for AoE might be pretty good. And then cut to me proceeding to never use it. Why is there not a flag here? Game, what are you trying to tell me? Okay, there's a door that doesn't open. Okay. There's nothing here. More houses that we've seen before. Normal enemy that we've seen before. Why is there an extra flag here? Game? What are you trying to tell me?
Finesse and grace.
Well, we need an AoE for you, maybe.
Wow.
Okay, CL. This time, let's do it correctly and do the one that applies for Tal first.
Let us stain them.
Okay, when things work out, they work out very, very well. Yep, that's just... I mean, that is what I wanted AoEs for. At least once, it actually fully paid off how I expected and wanted it to. Yay. That's, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in there. Oh, we can actually go up. He cannot. Okay. Okay, why the hell can we... now I want to know if there is something at the top. I didn't commit. I was like, actually I should run, and then I didn't run, and then I... And where to now? Are we going to go around? No. Okay, I'm going to just assume that there isn't actually anything up there. That feels unintentional. What's over here? No, like, still, why is there an extra flag there? This doesn't seem like so much... Can we open up a shortcut through that door? Okay, we can grapple over there. We can also go into big house. Jump up. Go upstairs. Go through door. Into nothingness. For a moment I was like, what the hell? And then I realized, oh, it's just Lune teleporting in front of us. Where are we going? Well, I'm assuming that the other way is where enemy is. Okay, so... yeah, like, aiming at these does not make your cursor go, but like, you can... And And now they have shields. Okay. Well... Oh no! Oh! Let's just... Oh yeah, right. Oh! I may have made tiny mistake. Just in completely missed.
Let the ink
100% just not really problematic mistake. Just something that we can completely ignore. So what happens if I blow up this one? If I hit it. Okay, every single time you do that, you get shields on the other enemies. Which is... bizarre.
Please survive.
Like... Oh, you take more damage because we marked you, and we failed to do the thingy.
Finesse and
That's
grace.
perfect. That's exactly how we want this. Actually, we are in Virtuos, so we can just do the big, cool pierce.
A precise strike.
That still does ridiculous damage. That has not changed. We have nothing that we can do because I used. Or we just do enough damage this way. Okay, so you can aim at them, at these weird spheres, and they will do damage.
Well, that will help.
But they will also just... Okay, back down to where we were before. But they can also just do nothing? Like, is it worth it? Like, is the payoff of getting somewhat rid of the little ones actually worth it? Giving other enemies, like, 10 shields.
Great.
Marked enemies deal less damage. Ooh. Now that actually sounds intriguing. I mean, with how much damage we can do, with how glass cannony this is, it's like, do we care if they do less damage? We can probably kill them anyway, but like, against something like a boss, that might actually have a place. I should actually think about if I want to put that in. We can just jump down, can we not? Not here. But yeah, before we went into the house, and we can just jump through here. Yeah, that works. What's that over there? Okay, there's more lanterns here. Is this the way to go? I expected, because we had a moment where SKA literally told us, like, hey, there's something scary, that was the way to go, but like, maybe it isn't. Maybe it just isn't. Game? I don't think we need to heal. Just one of those big guys. But yeah, we couldn't... I'm going to assume that we can't climb over that. Didn't test it, and I'm not going to. Some of this weird geometry has nearly gotten me stuck a moment before, so I'm going to just say, screw it. Oh, we know what we're doing. And then we think about what we should do now. can hit you. At least a little bit. That might not be the best thing. Okay, let's burn them all.
Not today.
Okay. Yay! Okay, counters are so strong. It's ridiculous.
Look out.
This one, we're not gaining the counters because we're only getting the jump counter. So actually going with the more difficult parry timing is actually not beneficial. Okay. Combust the big guy.
Engulf my blade.
It is actually ridiculously efficient. Well, I want to go with the big cool hit that is absolutely ridiculous. It's like an actual boss killer move. And then we're just going to immolate you. And hope that you burn.
Careful now.
Well, I didn't do anything. That is, 1, 2, 3, 4. Use the healing item on the one who needs it, and then we can probably just finish it. 32. I'm going to assume that that was the actual health the enemy had left. And they did this self-stab, so I'm going to just assume that that self-stab cannot get them like below a 1% HP. Good to know.
Nice.
Healing tints also give 1 AP. Ooh, okay, that might actually be something that I want to put in. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Huh. How does this work? Also, I think you might hear a dog barking in the background from outside. But like, she doesn't act first, so does it apply to the team? Very interesting. But I'm gonna put the healing tint on just because I want to actually level that one. The crit burn we can actually enable otherwise, so I'm going to do the auto shell. And then we can crit chance on burning. Okay, we can just enable that otherwise. You have 4 points. We could like get rid of Dodger and get one of the... Not sure that that's important. Also, we got a skin that I didn't look at. Oh yeah! We got different hair. Sure, why not for now? Also enfeebling mark. I'm gonna be honest. Roulette is weird. And it is skewing my perception of how much we can actually expect from this character. And how much just isn't. So we're just going to change that. Then what else do we have? Last stand. Critical chance while fighting alone. You know what? I'm just gonna do that. Because I might actually think she is a very good character for fighting alone. Give you the burning shots. And let's just see what she can do with that. And also, once we have mastered that, we can put that on anyone we want to go with the solo fights. Which is a thing that happens from time to time. So it's not even like, oh, it only happens when your team is already dead or something. It's like, no, it will happen. There's a plank that just floats in nowhere. If this is not the way to go, then this is like the longest side trip ever. Like, what the hell? Like, what is all of this for?
Interesting.
Well, that is maybe the answer, what it was for. We have... Ice skills cost 1 HP less. Increase ice damage, start better with 1 earth stain. Okay. We have random stains right now, which is a bit weird. This is... I mean, some of the enemies were weak to ice, but most of the time we're using the element of what we're doing. And we're not using, like, too many ice skills right now. Another thing for the ever-growing, like, potentially, maybe, sometimes in the future. Okay, we're done, I guess. That's it? No, it goes down. That is not it. We have more. But wait, there is some more. And we go down to the bottom floor. And then we grapple over the... And that is concluding this little adventure, because we were up there and we can't go back. Okay. Now this feels like we actually did everything over there. Hopefully that is true, because I don't want to go back. And... yeah, no. You also have locked skills. I'm really wondering, like, when or how or what exactly is up with that. Very atmospheric. Is that the scary thing? The glowing purple bit? Is that its eye? No, that's a lantern.
Alright, let's get rid of him. The rock should be nearby.
Careful, Mael.
Ow.
I'll do it. Take your shot.
Okay. I wanted to read what the game was telling me, and therefore I didn't. Can we shoot the lamps? Somewhat? We're gonna heal.
Here we go.
And then we're gonna shoot the other lamps as well. Those lamps don't seem to actually... Okay.
A storm is coming.
Well... let's try to slow it. How much does that do? Okay, that felt a bit too early. Lights the lamps for its next attack. So I should get rid of them, I guess. I don't have that much AP, that's a bit of an issue. Well... is what it is. Gonna do the big, ridiculous attack. Like, legitimately, that's so much. You are one of them that we can, you are one of them that we can. And then we actually have enough to just immolate you, burn you more, maybe we can actually get to combusting you. I mean, not like this. We got another turn before, so slowing did something. You are so weird to figure out so far. Like, I mean, don't let the lamps be lit. That's simple, that's easy. But everything else of you is just like, well, I don't know. We're just gonna try to just kill you. We're actually going to be responsible and get rid of lamps. And we don't have enough for anything, so let's just do damage. You are such a weird, just like...
Easier than expected.
Hey, don't jinx us. No need to invite misfortune.
I don't see any stones.
What's happening?
Misfortune.
Okay. I did not pay attention to that. Is that as Simon says?
Feel the burn.
Back to initial strategy.
On me.
All the burn.
I'm ready.
Massive sword of light. It really just is like that all the time. It's like...
Useful.
like... everything the enemies do, it just feels so much like... like... the timings is so weird. doesn't seem like we can, like, if we shoot them in the right order, that does anything. So I'm just going to ignore it, and we're just going to go for max burn. And that means, for this one, thermal transfer. Because we want AP. And then maybe we can... Well, there is already a little bit of foretell on you, so we actually just need a little bit of AP. Okay. The timing is much sooner than I expect.
A storm is coming.
Why did that hit her so hard? I mean, there isn't really much that we can do here, say here. Kinda just wanna, like, see how much damage we could potentially... Screw it, I don't have to deal with it. And another one. 50% more damage if health is below 10%. The game is really pushing the glass cannon builds. But yeah, most of the abilities of this thing would take a lot of time to figure out, and this fight did not provide that time.
Is it really dead?
Looks like it.
Is this it?
Oh, Flory. All right. Ready to sail like a snail. Just jump, mes amis. It's not that high.
We can finally cross the sea.
You don't happen to have some wine stashed away, do you?
Wine?
Hey, you can do this.
I hate water.
She doesn't seem that far now. Does she?
Yeah. Wanna throw one more rock?
The others are waiting, but...
You might reach her.
Okay. Ooh, what about that one?
Does it really matter?
Well, you know, like I always say, it's not about the rock. It's more about the...
Gustav.
Run.
Please run.
Why are you doing this?
Oh. Okay, okay. I mean, at some point we needed a confrontation. And again, at some point something needed to happen with Gustav, but like, what the hell? Well, I don't really see a reason to not just...
Second ring.
Try.
We've
Probably...
done nothing to you. We should be on the same side.
He didn't... Can we even attack him?
Let her go.
No, he didn't lose any health, so this is purely story. We're just gonna attack to, like, progress the fight.
Something's going on up there.
Esquier, get us up there! Fuck, fuck, fuck!
Why is that thing still around? Anyway. I mean, nothing matters anyway, so maybe we're... Well, that is kind of exactly what I wanted to say, like, maybe we're just supposed to reach overcharge. That worked.
For those who come after. Right?
No. You promised! No.
You won't yet understand. But this is a kindness, not a cruelty.
You let her come. You know she's too weak for this. How could you let her take such a risk?
You only care when things are right in front of you. My sweet child, you were supposed to stay home. I told you not to worry. But since you're here now, just stay put.
What are you saying? You must go home, now. This does not involve you.
When this is over, we'll go home together.
No!
This won't make sense to you now. But we both want what's best for our families. I'm sorry you're caught in the middle, but I did try to warn you. It's been a while. Stay out of this. You chose to walk away. You don't get to come back now and interfere.
You've lived more than a lifetime. It's time to let her go.
A lifetime. A lifetime with my family torn apart. No. I want my family back.
It's not your family. But she is.
You would use her.
She chose to come. I didn't make the rules between you two. Hey. You all right? It's okay. I'll handle things here. Get back to your friends. Go.
So that's it. You've set us down this path. But are you ready for the consequences?
She'll never paint again.
last time we sat together like this.
In Lumiere, mourning our parents.
Seems like every time we're together, it's to grieve. I wish we could have spent more time in less hopeless contexts.
The plan doesn't change. We aim for the monolith. We keep heading north. With Esquier's help, we can make it. But we lost the Lumina converter, so...
It's okay, we can think about that later.
All the backups were destroyed by that man, but Expedition 32 will bring more. Their chances will be better. We need to prepare them. I should update our journals.
Hey. It's okay. Tomorrow will still come.
Ciel!
This seemed important. If you want to reach the monolith, best path is through the quarry up north.
Who are you?
And where did you get that expedition uniform?
Strange way to say thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't save your friend. I'm wearing an expedition uniform because I, too, am an expeditioner.
What? What do you mean you're an...
I've never seen you before.
First expedition. Expedition 0.
Expedition 0? But how are you alive and not...
Old? I don't know exactly, but some of us stopped aging, and we're not affected by the gamage.
Some of you? Like the man on the cliff?
Anwar, our commander.
Why? Why did he massacre our team?
How could he turn on his own people?
He believes his immortality is a gift from the Paintress. Killing her would kill him too, and he enjoys living forever.
And you don't?
Burying everyone you know while you live on can weigh you down a bit. I couldn't help your friend, but perhaps I can help you.
You want to join us?
If you don't mind the company, yes.
So, if I want to kill Renoir, I have to kill the Paintress first. What's your name?
Versa.
Okay, so much has happened. Okay. Where do we begin? Okay. There's a lot. First and foremost, Gustav is dead. Which, at first I was like, oh no, he's not going to die, because, again, there's an entire skill tree that he doesn't have unlocked, so this is gonna be his moment where something happens, but like, then that didn't happen, and I was like, okay, that's a bit weird, maybe he goes with our new friend? and comes back changed, but that also didn't happen, so like, he's actually dead? But like, I kind of don't believe that. Cause like again, completely removed from the story, that would be just like, that can't be. Like, why would there be like so much of his abilities not there? And like, unless this is just a joke or something, like some like, oh, look at all of this that you will unlock, but actually there is nothing there because the character is gonna die early or something. But like, that would be so weird. That would. So I'm not sure how to feel about that. I kind of want to believe that he somehow will come back, but like, that seemed pretty, actually, maybe final. And of course that leads us directly to the next thing. Mael wants revenge, which, I mean, understandable. But also, Verso says he's from the first expedition, Expedition 0. And he is here, and stopped aging. This is information we don't have, but Expedition 0 is the one where people did return. So either he and the others were just believed to be dead, and no one cared about actually checking up on that, or there is more stuff that we don't understand and know. I am partially a little bit overwhelmed, and most of the time I don't want to talk in cutscenes, because I don't know, I feel like they should actually like get to do their whole thing without interruption. But there were multiple moments there where I actually had to stop me from being like, wait, what? And yeah, a lot just happened. So it also rules out my cycle theory, so that's not what's going on. Then that brings us back to the question, why is she special? What's with Mael? Is she also chosen to live forever? But why? Is it RNG? Is it just pure chance? Is there any kind of actual system to it? And so, yeah, it just brings up more question than it really answers. We do, however, have a name for our antagonist, in quotation mark. I'm not entirely sure if he actually is, but maybe. But yeah, I guess with all of that, this is maybe where we're going to call it off. Maybe we're just gonna do a little bit of camp stuff first. But that was a bit overwhelming. That was a lot at once. Yeah, I also don't know what to say. That's one of the harshest things in losing a person. It's just like, there isn't really the great things to say. There isn't really like, oh, let's talk about this, let's talk about that, it's just completely overwhelming. Grief drowns out a lot of other feelings. And then you're just sitting there, grieving, and that's all that there is. I mean, literally, last year I had my own grandma pass away, and it really just is like, people understand, like, oh, okay, something happened to you, but actually, like, knowing what to do with that you are right now in a mental state where there is no talking to you, you're right now completely occupied with that. That is all you think about for a moment. There is nothing that really goes on outside of that, and knowing how to talk to you with other things, it is difficult. Like, I understand how it feels. That you just sit there, you don't want to talk to other people. You don't want people to tell you that things go better. You just sit there right now and someone that you cared for just is gone. Your world has literally just tumbled in front of your eyes, and that's all that is there right now. And we all deal with that differently. And of course also based on the circumstances. For me personally, this is one of the reasons why I even made a YouTube channel, because I wanted to always like talk about just video games in general, but like all of the different things. Like in this case, it's mostly about like the interesting world and the story. The gameplay is fine. I have my little bits of gripes where I think that this didn't go that well, but like this is always what I wanted to do. I just never did it, or I just never had the people around me. So at the start of last year, I was talking with my grandma about that, and I'm like, hey, actually, this is something I potentially wanted to do, and so that's now the thing that I am doing, because I never really had something that I really was focused on myself, that really was for me, that really was about making myself happy. It was always just about others, and so this is it for me. I'm actually enjoying this a lot. And that was the thing, that I was like, I don't always just want to be here to just take care of you. I'm sorry. And I had a talk with her about it. And it was also in that talk that she was saying like, yeah, that's a good thing actually. You should really like do more for yourself. So when she passed, it was for me a moment of like, now I actually really have to go forward with this to actually somewhat honor the last thing that we really talked about. But yeah, depending on the circumstances, you might do something else that you barrel in head first and not thinking about it. And of course, if you see someone murders the person you care for, then of course revenge is the path you barrel down. Ugh. Goddamn. Oh. I was nearly having a tear when the realization set in that Gustav is actually going to die. But then more talking happened and that passed, and now I'm nearly having tears because I'm reminded of my grandma. That's, yeah. I think that is where we're going to leave it for now. It is a good place to stop. So yeah. Have a nice day, and always remember that as much as there's bad things in life, there's also good times. Don't let the bad stuff drag you down. Till next time, have a nice day.